Hello, today we're going to be reviewing lesson 5 in Into Math, which is using place value to multiply two-digit numbers. So first, let's break up that I can statement. I can use place value and regrouping to multiply a two-digit number by a one-digit number. So the math word we see in here that we want to focus on is regrouping. And when we regroup in math, that's whenever we borrow from a number or when we carry something over, like we do when we add and we make a number bigger than 10. So in multiplication today, we're going to wind up regrouping and we're going to need to carry numbers over when we're multiplying. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to the step it out in here. Rachel practices swimming 5 days a week. Each practice lasts for 45 minutes. How many minutes does Rachel practice in a week? So let's break that story problem up. The question we want to know is how many minutes does Rachel practice in a week? Well, I know a week has 7 days, but Rachel's not practicing every day. She's only practicing for 5 days. And then if I keep reading, her practice lasts for 45 minutes. So I'm going to have 5 days at 45 minutes. That problem is going to be 5 times 45. Part A is asking me to use base 10 blocks to show 5 times 45. That means I need to make 5 groups of 45. So we'll do 4 10s and 5 1s. And I need to do that 5 times total. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 10s and 5 1s for each. Normally, what we would do here is we would count up all our 1s and count up all our 10s. But instead of just counting them up and adding those numbers, let's try regrouping. So if I start with my 1s, I know it takes me 10 1s to make a 10. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, these 1s, I can group them together and turn them into a new 10. And then if I keep going, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can cross these ones out and make another 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not enough, so I'll stop there. It also looks like I have a lot of hundreds, or a lot of 10s. So I could take my 10s and make 100. It's going to take me 10 10s to make 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll group those and turn them into 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I can group these and turn it into 100. And now if I try to look at that number, well, I have 2 hundreds, 2 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 1s. So using my base 10 drawing, I found out my answer is 225. What we're going to do next is we're going to line that up and try that the traditional way, and we'll see how that works and why the regrouping was important. So my problem is 5 times 45. I usually start with the bigger number on top, and then I put the smaller number on the bottom. But I can't just put the 5 anywhere I want because it's in the ones place. I have to line it up with my ones place. Now I can start just by regular multiplying. 5 times 5, well, if I count by 5s, I see that's 25. So I'll leave the 5 and I'll carry the 2 because that's a 10. So my 25 gets split up with the place value. Now I can do 5 times 4. I know 5 times 4 is 20, but I have this extra 2 hanging out. So if I add that 2 to it, now I get 22. And I can see my total number is 225. So what happened here is I did 5 times 5 ones, and I found out there are 25 ones. With those 25 ones, that's more than I can hold, so I regrouped that into 2 10s and 5 ones. So that's what happened here, and that's what happened with my 10s. Then I multiplied the 10s. 5 times 4 10s, that got me 20 10s. But I need to remember I regrouped. I have 2 10s and 20 10s that I just made. So if I add those together, altogether I have 22 10s. When I write that, I put a 2 in the hundreds place, and my second 2 goes in the tens place. Now, if I look at that number all together, I can see that Rachel practices for 225 minutes a week. Moving down, we can practice this one more time using the check understanding. I could go through number 1, and if you want, you can solve number 2 and send it to me as a message on Schoology. We want to estimate and then find the product. Well, to me, I know the word estimate usually means round. So I'm going to round that 21 to a 20 and then multiply by 4. 20 times 4, that gives me the base fact of 2 times 4 is 8, and I put the 0 at the end. So my answer should be pretty close to 80. Now if I solve it for real, I have 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So my total answer is 84. Is that close to 80? Yeah, it is. So my answer is good. All right, that's what you missed today. If you want, you can try to estimate and solve 53 times 7. But now you're going to switch to your Into Math, and you are going to try the on your own digitally in there. Send me a message on Schoology if you have any problems.